Hello friends, today we are going to see the next concept of the determinant, that is minors and cofactors. So this minors and cofactors concept is important because if you want to solve a 5 mark question, then this minors and cofactors are needed. Until and unless you don't find the minors and cofactors correctly, you will not get the answer correctly in the 5 mark question. Okay, so we'll see this minors and cofactors first. So minor is what? Minor of an element aij of a determinant is the determinant obtained by deleting its ith row and jth column in which element aij lies. This means what? As you expand the determinant by first row, the same thing we have to apply in the minor. But only the thing is what? In the determinant we expand, means while finding the value of the determinant, what we do? We just expand by the first row. But here, while finding the minor of an element, means what? You have to expand the determinant with all the rows, means first row, second row, third row. Means you are going to expand with all the elements. Okay, that is what? Minor. And minors are always denoted by mij. That is capital Mij. The next is cofactor. Cofactor is what? Cofactor of an element aij. Here small aij is an element. Small aij is what? Element. Denoted by capital Aij. Capital Aij is for what? Cofactor. As I have given here, mi, capital Mij is for minor. Like that, capital Aij is for cofactor. And how to find this cofactor? It is given by the formula aij is equals to minus 1 to the power I plus j into mij. So this is the formula to calculate cofactor. Okay, but while finding the while solving the problems, I am not going to use this formula. For that I'll give you the shortcut method how to find the cofactor. Okay, you can find with this formula also, but it takes more time. Okay, and as you know, for maths, as much as possible, early we have to solve the question paper. Means you write the answers, because 3 hours are not enough for the maths paper, right? So we have to find some shortcuts methods to solve that. Okay, so here we have the example. Find the minor and cofactors of a determinant 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So as I told you, you have to find the minor of 1, minor of 2, minor of 3, minor of 4, minor of 5, minor of 6, minor of 7, minor of 8, minor of 9. Means you have to find the minor of each and every element present in the determinant. Okay, so as you know the general determinant, see, as we know, this first row is always what? A11, A12, A13. The next is A21, A22, A23. Next is A31, A32, A33. So these are the general notations of the elements of first row, second row, third row. Okay, but these are the elements A11, A12, A13. But I'm saying minors. Minor means what will get? M11, M12, M13. Means M11, M12, M13, M21, M22, M23, M31, M32, M33. So you are going to find the minor of all the elements. So I have taken here minor of 1. Minor of 1. So this 1 means what? M11. Okay, only for this one example I have written this minor of 1, then minor of 2, minor of 3, but later I have not written. Okay, again, why to waste the time for writing this? If you write M11, M12, M13, M21, M22, M23, it means what? You are finding the minor of that particular element. So minor of 1, that is what? M11 means you are finding the minor of this 1. So 1 is present in first row, present in first column. Leave this, leave this. So it is 45 minus 48. So answer is minus 3. Next, minor of 2 means what it is? M12. So 2 is present in first row, second column. Leave this, leave this. 9 4s are 36 minus 7 6s are 42. Answer is minus 6. Next, minor of 3. Again 3 is present in first row, third column. 8 4s are 32 minus 7 5s are 35. So answer is minus 3. Next I have taken M21. M21 means what? Second row, first element, that is 4. So 4 is present in first column, second row. So leave the first column, leave the second row, leave this, leave this. Means what? 9 into 2, 18, minus 8 into 3, 24. So 18 minus 24, answer is minus 6. M22 means what? Minor of 5. That is second row, second element. So 5 is present in second row, second column. Leave this, leave this. So answer is 9 ones are 9 minus 7 threes are 21. Answer is minus 12. Then M23 means second row, third element. So that is 6 is present in second row, present in third column. Leave this, leave this. 8 ones are 8 minus 7 twos are 14. Answer is minus 6. Okay. But still last row minus we have to find it. So that one I have found out here, and then I'll tell you how to find the cofactor. Okay. So last row, that is M31. M31 means what? Third row, first element. That is 7. So 7 is present in first column, third row. Leave this, leave this. 6 into 2, 12 minus 5 threes are 15. Answer is minus 3. M32 means what? Third row, second element, that is 8. 8 is present in third row, present in second column. Leave this, leave this. Okay, so what will get? Leave this, leave this. 6 ones are 6 minus 4 threes are 12. Answer is minus 6. M33 means what? Third row, third element. Third row, third element, that is 9. 9 is present in third row, third column. Leave this, leave this. Answer is 5 ones are 5 minus 4 twos are 8. Answer is minus 3. So these minors we found out here. Now next, so as I told you people, to find the cofactors, so there is a shortcut method. What shortcut method is, I will tell you. See, you have to write it first. A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. That all the cofactors you have to write, means notations you have to write. Then simple, you have to start with A11 and just you have to go on giving the alternative signs. Means what? You have to start with plus sign, but that plus sign you should not write because it is understood. There is no sign means what? It is a plus only. Okay, so I'll leave this plus minus plus minus plus minus. Okay, again plus minus plus. So means you have to give the alternative signs. So once you give the alternative signs, then just you have to put the, means you have to write the corresponding elements now. Okay, just see now. So M11 is what? Minus 3. So that you have to write A11 at the place of A11, that is minus 3. M12 you have to write here. So it is how much? Minus 6. So minus into minus plus 6. M13 you have to write it on the place of A13, that is minus 3. Next minus 6, so it becomes plus 6. This is minus 12. This is minus 6, so it becomes plus 6. Next M31 you have to write at the place of A31, that is minus 3. This is minus 6, so it becomes plus 6. This is minus 3. So these are the cofactors. I hope you understood this. So I have done with that 3 cross 3 determinant. Now also we can find out the minus for 2 cross 2. Okay, same again. Now same, M11 means what? First row, first element, that is minor of 1. In the 2 cross 2 it is very simple, minor of 1. So 1 is present in first row, present in first column. Leave this, which is left? Only one single element is left. The answer is 3. So while finding the minor of 2 cross 2 determinant, it is very simple. Suppose if you are finding the minor of 1, then its opposite element will be the answer. Okay, now see now, M12 means what? First row, second element. Now minor of minus 2 will be what? 4. So that is 4. Next, minor of 4 will be what? Minus 2. That is what? M21, because second row, first element. So I have taken M21. So minor of 4 will be what? Minus 2. M22 means what? Second row, second element. Minor of 3 will be what? 1. See, this method you can apply only for 2 cross 2 determinant, because in the 3 cross 3 we have to expand it with each row and each element. But in the 3 cross 3, as you have given while finding the cofactors, you have given alternative signs, right? Plus minus plus minus plus minus plus, right? But in the 2 cross 2 determinant, you have to give the signs are, first is plus. Okay, no need to write. First is plus, minus minus plus, plus minus minus plus. Then you write the answer. This is 3, this becomes minus 4, this minus 2 will become plus 2, this will 1. So here I have shown with 3 cross 3 determinant as well as 2 cross 2 determinant. Okay, now next concept is adjoint of a matrix. Adjoint of a matrix, again this is one of the important concept to solve the 5 mark question. See, minus, cofactors, adjoint, so all these are related with each other. Okay, now we'll see what is meant by adjoint. The adjoint of a square matrix A, that is Aij, of order m cross n is defined as the transpose of the matrix capital Aij, means what, cofactors, where Aij is the cofactor of the element Aij. Might be you may not understood this, but I will tell you with the help of example. See, suppose one matrix you are having, that matrix is, means generally I am taking here A is equals to A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. This small a means what, elements. Okay, so this matrix we are having. Now adjoint of A, so this is the notation. Instead of writing adjoint, 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 so we can write in short ADJ. Now suppose if you are having matrix B, then you write adjoint of B. If you are having C, adjoint of C, but I am having A, so adjoint of A is equals to, what you write is, so what if these elements are there, we have to find their cofactors. We have to find their cofactors. But again, to find the cofactors, we have to find what, minus, means to find the adjoint you required minus, you required cofactors. Okay, those cofactors we have to substitute in the matrix, first row, second row, third row, and we have to take the transpose of that matrix. I have written T, right, transpose. So transpose means what, we have studied in the matrix, changing rows into columns, means what. Now see, I am taking the transpose. Now first row changes to first column, second row changes to second column, third row changes to third column, and after interchanging the rows and columns, what we get the answer, that is your adjoint, that is your adjoint. Okay, now we'll see the examples on this. So here I have taken first 2 cross 2 matrix. Find the adjoint for A is equals to matrix 2 3 1 4. So but as I told you, to find the adjoint you have to find minus, you have to find cofactors. So first we'll find the minus, m11, m12, m21, a22. m11 means first row, first element, minor of 2 will be what, 4, right? Then next m12 means first row, second element, minor of 3 will be 1, answer is 1. m21 means what, second row, first element, that is 1, minor of 1 will be what, 3. Okay, next last one, m22 means last element, minor of 4 will be 2, that is 2. And to write the cofactors, I told you the shortcut method. So first you write a11, a12, a21, a22. Then you have to give the alternative, sorry, not alternative signs. For 2 cross 2 it is what, plus, minus minus, plus, and just you have to write the corresponding elements. Okay, so after finding the cofactors, how to write the adjoint, I told you, adjoint of A is equals to, now see, this a11, a12 means what, first row, so that you would write it 4 minus 1. a21, a22, that is second row, minus 3 2, minus 3 2, and to write the transpose. So adjoint of A is equals to, first row changes to first column, second row changes to second column. This is what, adjoint. But see, if it is a 2 cross 2 matrix, then for that we have the shortcut method to find out the adjoint. So what is the shortcut method? You can just see here, I have it taken as a remark. For a square matrix of order 2, that is A is equals to matrix a11, a12, a21, a22, then adjoint of this 2 cross 2 matrix can be written as, that is adjoint of A is equals to, okay, I have written the same elements again just to make you understand here. See, I have just done with some notations here. So here this a11 and a12, okay, I have taken in one, you can say as a bracket. Okay, just I have marked here a11 and a12. So this a11 and a12, okay, you can call as a diagonal elements. You can call as what? A diagonal element. You can say left diagonal elements. So this left diagonal elements, what you have to do it? You have to interchange this A21 and A12. These are right diagonal elements. These you have to change the signs. Change the signs. Now see, therefore adjoint of A is equals to, means directly you can write these left diagonal elements, you have to interchange, means their places will change. A11 A22 will be what? A22 A11. okay, and second step is what? You have to interchange, not interchange, you have to change the signs of right diagonal elements. Means suppose right diagonal elements are positive, then you have to take negative. So see here it is positive, I have taken negative. Positive, here I have taken negative. Suppose if it is negative, you have to take it positive. Okay, I have taken the example, the same above example I have taken here, just because to verify that. So A is equals to 2 3 1 4, therefore adjoint of A is equals to, directly we can write. Okay, first step is what? Changing the left diagonal elements. 2 4 changes to 4 2. Second step is what? Changing the sign of right diagonal elements. Here both are positive, so I have to take negative. You can just check the answer, both are same or no, right? So for 2 cross 2 matrix, you can find the adjoint by this method, shortcut method, no problem. Okay, now next here I have taken as a theorem number 1. If A be any given square matrix of order n, then we have one of the result A into adjoint of A, which is equals to adjoint of A into A, which is equals to determinant A into I. Okay, where I is the identity matrix. So this theorem we are not going to prove it, we just remember the result. Okay, we use in one of the next result again. Okay, next concept, singular matrix. A square matrix A is said to be singular if determinant A value will be 0. Means what? Suppose one matrix is given to you and that matrix determinant value is 0, then we can say that that matrix is called as what? Singular matrix. See one example I have taken here. A is equals to 1 2 4 8, then determinant A is equals to determinant of 1 2 4 8, matrix sign changes to determinant. Then you know that how to expand the determinant, 2 cross 2 determinant. That is first left diagonal elements multiplication, 8 1s are 8 minus 4 2s are 8, 8 minus 8, answer is 0, means determinant A value will be what? 0. Therefore given matrix is what? Singular. Okay, we are having one more type, that is what? Non-singular matrix. Non-singular matrix. So what we mean by non-singular matrix? Opposite of that, determinant A equals to 0 means singular, determinant A not equals to 0 means non-singular. Again I have taken one of the example. So A is equals to 1 2 3 4, then determinant A is equals to, okay, see 4 1s are 4 minus 3 2s are 6, 4 minus 6 minus 2, which is not equals to 0. Therefore given matrix is called as what? Non-singular matrix. Okay, next two more theorems I have given here. Okay, so what the theorem number 2 says? Suppose A and B are the non-singular matrices of the same order, then AB and BA means their product is also what? Non-singular. Theorem number 3, what it says? The determinant of the product of the matrices is equal to the product of the respective determinant. Means what? Suppose we are having the two matrices A and B, and if you are taking the product of that AB, product of the AB, then that can be written as determinant of A into determinant of B. See, based on this theorem, one of the questions is important. Okay, that we will solve in the exercise. Okay, next I have given one of the note. So this note will be useful at the time of CET examination, or else they may ask in theory exam also for 1 mark. Okay, in general I have taken this. If A is a square matrix of order n, then determinant of adjoint of A can be written as determinant A to the power n minus 1. Here n is the order of the matrix. Order of the matrix. Again, example we will solve in the exercise. Next, theorem number 4. So far in the annual exam, this theorem is not asked for the proof, but we will prove this theorem because with the help of this theorem, we will have one of the result, and that result is important to solve the 5-mark question. Okay, so what this theorem says: a square matrix A is invertible if and only if A is non-singular matrix. So what this theorem says, suppose A is a square matrix and is invertible, then A is a non-singular matrix. So in that one word is used, if and only if. If and only if means what? The theorem is true, means theorem you can prove it by both the sides. Both the sides means what? Suppose if you have started now, A is invertible matrix, then what you have to prove? A is non-singular. This is one part. Second part will be what? You have to go reverse now. You have to start with A is non-singular, and what you have to prove it? A is invertible. That reverse part is called as converse part. That reverse part is called as what? Converse part. Okay. So here we have the proof. So we will start with what now? Invertible. Let A be a invertible matrix of order n and I be the identity matrix of order n. Then there exists a square matrix B of order n such that. So this definition I have written here. Why? Which definition it is? Invertible matrix definition. Okay. So in the matrix topic, I think before the elementary operation concept, we have taken the definition. You just go through the definition, invertible matrix. So the same definition I have written here. Okay. So that definition, what it gives the condition? Suppose I have taken A and B are the two matrices, then condition is what? AB is equals to BA is equals to I. So this is the condition of invertible matrix. Okay. Now AB is equals to BA is equals to I. All are equal here, right? So from this I may take any one of the part. So I have taken AB is equals to I. Now on both the sides take the determinant. On both the sides take the determinant. So determinant of AB is equals to determinant of I. But from the theorem number 3, determinant of AB can be written as determinant of A into determinant of B. And see here, I is the identity matrix, and for this identity matrix, if you take its determinant, its value will be 1. You just take it 1 0 0 1. Okay. I'll just show you. See, if you take 1 0 0 1, this is the identity matrix. I have taken the determinant. If you expand this, what will get? 1 into 1 1 minus 0 into 0 0. Answer is what? 1. Answer is what? 1 here. Okay. Not only with 2 cross 2, if you take 3 cross 3 identity matrix and if you expand it, then also you get the answer is 1 only. Okay. So here I got determinant A, determinant B is equals to 1. That implies what? Determinant A is equals to 1 or determinant B is equals to 1. You just ignore this. Here I got determinant A is equals to 1, which is not equals to 0. Means what? Determinant A is not equals to 0. So when determinant A is not equals to 0, when that matrix is non-singular. So here I got with determinant A is not equals to 0. So hence what? A is non-singular. This is one part we have done. Now we have to go reverse. Reverse means what I said? Converse part. We have to start with what? Now let A be non-singular. Non-singular means what? Determinant A is not equals to 0. Now here I am going to use one of the theorem. I think that theorem number 1. A into adjoint of A, which is equals to adjoint of A into A, is equals to determinant A into I. Okay. Now see, here all are equal again. So this determinant A into I, so this is in the form of multiplication. So this determinant A transfer to other side. So it will divide. So therefore this determinant A will divide here as well as here. So I have written A into adjoint of A divided by determinant A, which is equals to adjoint of A divided by determinant A into A, which is equals to what? I. Then that implies A as it is. So this whole part adjoint of A divided by determinant A, we have denoted by B, or we have taken as B. So therefore it becomes what? AB is equals to BA is equals to I. So AB is equals to BA is equals to I means what? A is invertible. where B is equals to what? Adjoint of A divided by determinant A. And suppose A is invertible, then we have the condition, that is A inverse is equals to 1 divided by determinant A into adjoint of A. So this formula is required again to solve the 5 mark question. Okay. So here we have with the exercise 4.5, find adjoint of the matrix and verify this condition they have said. Okay, so A into adjoint of A, or which is equals to adjoint of A into A is equals to determinant A into I. To verify this condition, you should get this, this and this. All the 3 part answer should be same. Okay, so to find this, so this example they have given. So first you have to find determinant A value of this, and you know this 3 cross 3 determinant, how to find the value? You have to expand with the first row. So after expanding with the first row, we got the answer is 27. Now here again I'll explain how to find the minus for this particular example. Okay, now m11 means minor of first element. Okay, so 1 is present in first row, first column. So answer is 1 into 3, 3, minus 0 into 5, 0. So 3 minus 0 is 3. m12 means what? Minor of second element. So it is what? Minus 1. So here it is minus 1 means you should not take the minus 1 here. While finding the minors, suppose elements is having minus n, that you should not take here. Means while expanding the determinant by first row, we use the signs are what? Plus, minus, plus. Those you should not make use in the while finding the minors. Okay, so minor of second element, that is minus 1. So minus 1 is present in first row, second column. Leave this, 1 into 2, 2. Then minus 2 into 5, minus 10, but already minus n is there, so it becomes plus 10. Answer is 12. Next m13 means third element, that is 2. It is present in first row, third column. Okay, leave this, so 0 into 2, 0, minus 2 into 3, minus 6, but minus into minus plus 6, so answer is 6. m21 means what? Fourth element is what? 2. So it is present in first column, second row. Leave this, 1 into minus 1, minus 1, 0 into 2, 0, so answer is minus 1. Like that you have to find minor of all the elements as I have found out here. Okay, then next you write the cofactors. So first you write a11, a12 up to what? A33. Then you have to give the alternative signs, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. Okay, then just you have to put the corresponding elements. m11 you have to place it at a11. So 3, 12, it becomes minus 12 here because due to that sign. 6, so this minus 1, minus into minus, plus 1. 5, minus 2, minus 2 into minus is plus 2, minus 11, then that 1 will become minus 1, and this 5 as it is. Okay, now next we will find, so here we find out minus and cofactors. Now we have to find adjoint. So how to find the adjoint? So adjoint of A is equals to, see now that a11, a12, a13, you write it in the first row. Next a21, a22, a23, we write it in the second row. Okay, a31, a32, a33 values, we write it in the third row. So all those values are written. First row is a11, a12, a13. Second row is a21, a22, a23. Third row is a31, a32, a33. And we have to take the transpose of that. So transpose means what? Changing the first row to the first column, second row to second column, third row to third column. So this is your adjoint of A. Now we have to find all the parts. So A into adjoint of A, first part, A into adjoint of A, means we have to multiply these two matrices A into adjoint of A. So A matrix are written into this adjoint of A. You know this, how to multiply the two matrices, by rows into columns. So already written the answer here. So you just go through it. Means what? First row, first column, this answer. First row, second column, this answer. First row, third column, this answer. Next second row, first column, second row, second column, second row, third column. Okay, that multiplication, you know it. Okay, or else I will just show you. So first row, first column. So you have to multiply the corresponding element. First element into first element. 1 into 3, 3. Second element into second element. Minus 1 into minus 12, plus 12. Third element into third element. 2 6 are 12. So first row, first column is over. Now first row, second column. Okay. 1 into 1, 1. Minus 1 into 5, minus 5. 2 2s are plus 4. Next, first row, third column. 1 into minus 11, minus 11. Minus 1 into minus 1, plus 1. 2 into 5, plus 10. Okay, means with first row, all the columns have multiplied. That is over. Now take the second row. Again multiply first column, second column, third column. You will get this answer. Now take the third row. Again multiply first, second, third. That I have written. And we got the answer is 27 0 0 0 27 0 0 0 27. Now next part is what? Adjoint of A into A. Adjoint of A into A. Here I have multiplied A into adjoint of A, but now I have taken adjoint of A into A. So again after multiplying we get this answer, and the final answer is 27 0 0 0 27 0 0 0 27. So two parts are equal. Now we have to check the third part. Third part is what? Determinant A into I. So which is equals to, determinant A is 27 and I is which matrix? Identity matrix. And here all are 3 cross 3. So you have to take the 3 cross 3 identity matrix. 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Now this 27 you have to multiply inside the matrix. So it will multiply each and every element present in the matrix. So wherever 1 is there, you will get 27 into 1 is 27 only. But wherever 0 is there, it will be 0 only. So you will get the answer is what? 27 0 0 0 27 0 0 0 27. So you observe, this is this and this. So all are same or no? So you write the conclusion. Therefore, A into adjoint of A, which is equals to adjoint of A into A, which is equals to determinant A into I. All are equal. Okay. So in the next class, we will see some more examples from the exercise, and then you just go through the exercise. Thank you.